This
what is the comp going to be?
Busan, and Busan does have two.
Okay, Japan is running Sigma. But I think, like, this is probably not the best Doom map to begin with, in my opinion. I think Sigma can play really well here. So it's going to be Bastion Echo. Okay, so these are kind of two different comps. One has speed, one is more defensive and more like poking around the map damage-wise. So here we go, chat. You ready?
Both Nico's yesterday. Nico will come through with that tank transformation.
Okay, wow.
However, immediately KSA will shut him down off of an aggressive push from Saudi.
That was wow.
Those 3Ks.
Ooh.
4K. I mean, obviously KSA.
What in the world?
Just showing off as the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia claim the objective first.
Yeah, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia have the Lucio. Haku does have that speed boost advantage for the second that Team Japan had actually invested that immortality field. Saudi Arabia get to go much aggressively forward.
What needs to happen now for... Also, by the way, you can see at top up there, Lucio is actually scouting to see if they rotate down. So one of the common strategies you see on this map. I feel like the Mei on this map, though, was like really strong.
The Saudi Arabian team is coming back for that peel. UB goes aggressive with the rest of his team.
I feel like, you know what? This is probably the map where Japan will struggle the most on because this isn't quite the comp they want to play. And with them not running the Mei, it's hard to get through that choke. But what the Lucio does is the Lucio sits up on that high ground to see the rotation, so they can sit up there, and if they don't see him rotate, they know they're going to be back the other way. You know what I'm saying? So,
Team Japan are yet to come up to a single
ultimate. You want me to tell the team to switch to Reinhardt? And I don't think I don't think I can do that. That's not how it works.
That's going to be so much more easier in comparison to Team Japan.
Artillery strike from Quartz. Japan runs and hides from it for now, but they could potentially lose somebody. Immortality field used at the very least. That's what honestly, half the time it's just to get lamp up. KSA building that gravitic flux, wants to get it before immortality cooldown is available and could very well do so. But they're just going to back up for now, actually. They know the rotation is coming out from Japan potentially, but Japan fakes it out. They come back through.
Good Mayo. That was a good Mayo.
To save them, and everybody in Japan is going to head right back to the spawn door.
Yeah, that's just... This is not... I have a feeling Japan will not run Sigma on the next map, next two maps. Because the next two maps are not as good for this comp.
That Team Japan are faking out so that they can come
just do not be surprised.
Matrix and catch on to Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. If
they're going Lucio to get back to the point, but like Japan hasn't even built an ultimate.
And then walls the amplification matrix, so anyone from
I think they've built one out, maybe two.
Doesn't get to use the amplification matrix. Now we're in final fight territory. Team Japan have to try and use this Bastion artillery strike to be able to clear the space. But if the Bastion's in ultimate,
no, I just don't think this is that good of a Doom map.
On catwalk with the high ground hold.
I just don't think this is. Yeah, this isn't that good of a Doom map. When we saw Japan run more of that like Doomfist based comp, it's just not a good Doom map. So you have to run a comp that will work there. But the problem is if they lose the first team fight, the Mei on Saudi Arabia is going to have such an advantage that there's nothing they can do at that point. You're going to see, oh, wait a second, I'm wrong on this one. They're playing the mirror, I'm surprised. Well, they're running the Bappa Yari with Sigma, okay. But I feel like the problem is that they're going to get speed boosted on, so they're going to lose most of the... we'll see.
The map does open up significantly more, so the Mei is going to lose a lot of that value being able to isolate some of those chokes, but it looks like Team Japan aren't actually...
they had played at some point, Tyler, during the initial qualifiers, but they didn't make it through.
Mirror with the slight caveat of Cloud coming out on that Ilari to try to out-damage...
Maybe I just don't know how to play this map as much.
See what works out for them, obviously. Saudi Arabia looking really good thus far, at least on Mecha base.
So you see what Japan's doing right now? They know they cannot engage at close range. So they're going to go more... What they're doing now is they're going for poke damage with the ability to use their utility on Mei to prevent their rush. They're going to use wall. Basically, the best way to explain this is Japan's going to use their Mei wall to prevent their rush. Saudi Arabia is going to use their Mei wall to go for an limp. You know what I'm saying?
Define two. Surge Majak goes down. Also onto UB will find his counterpart. KSA comes through, tries to find him with the rock. But is met.
So that's the strategy that Japan has.
Kyuki's team. Japan,
amazing. Basically, their Mei wall is designed to prevent, and they're on Doom. There you go. See? There we go, chat.
Team France. Team Japan.
There we go. They're on Doom.
Absolutely disrupt these Sigma compositions, which requires so much order and
coordination. Yeah, called it. Yeah, there you go. See? That lasted long.
So that you're safe behind the shield.
They're like, you know, I'm good. And Japan, what they're doing is they're going to play into what their strength is now. They're not going to try to mirror which is going to be the strength of like, Saudi Arabia's going to play that comp well. So they're like, you know what? Let's just play our comp.
With the damage of it.
Will it work? I don't know, but like this is going to be good from the play this style.
Saudi Arabia regrouping on the inside angle, just looking to sustain, maybe force Japan to make a mistake here. KSG understanding that
KSG's fine because the health pack couldn't be denied because they didn't do any damage.
Trying to move towards that point.
They're going to be aggressive with the Mail. They're going to counter with a Yari ultimate now. They window in a Yari ultimate. The reason why they... So chat, this is one of those maps, by the way, that you'll see over ulting happen a little bit more. More of that ult domino that we've talked about. Because this map is really hard to get full ult value to begin with. So anytime you can maintain and keep the point, you'll see a little bit of an over ult. Because right now, they can play that distance, they can kite the point, and they get it to at least 82%, 83% before Saudi Arabia can even get the point. And that's where they're at right now. It's like they're going to over ult a little bit but to make sure they guarantee they keep the team fight. That does happen in some of these games. So you'll see a bit of that ult domino happening a little bit more on like a map like this because it's worth keeping the point for a high percentage so you can stack your ultimates because the other teams they're going to require a lot of ults. And they're also being aggressive now, too. This is the force-out ultimate. They traded on the May. I expect maybe a Sigma ult if they don't win this with Window.
So Jordan's still up for the likes of Saudi Arabia. KSG goes solo on the backside, able to get his ultimate off just before he dies. Also waiting to land on the back piece. Able to get the follow-up damage on the backside. Japan looking awesome in this fight until Court comes back.
So, like,
the overclock. That's 2 for him.
Look at, like, what happened there. Saudi Arabia had 4 ultimates. Japan had 2, but because of the way this map plays, look what they got the percentage to. 99%. Even if they lose this, they're happy because they got the ult pool out, and now they can come back with their own ultimates. And they've already, because they had to run back, they've already forced them off their team. You see what I mean?
Yeah, it was just
how that works. Like, it's okay to over-ult that if you can reset ult pools.
Try and hold on to, but the fact that they're able to force Quartz into throwing in the overclock is absolutely huge because Team Japan are in final fight territory. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia have absolutely
now the reason why, look at the setup here by Saudi Arabia, the reason why they're playing on both sides of the map now is they know when May ult is coming. So what they're trying to do is making it hard for them to focus on one target and play off angles on the Doom. So the Doom has to worry about both sides of the map right now, right? They're having the Doom force their tank to the point. But at this point, the Doom's going to get rolled. That's exactly what you just saw because they're on both sides. Doesn't mean that they're not going to win this fight. Uh-oh. That's going to be, they're going to lamp. That's it. That is such a good ult combo. Oh, my. I'm going to be honest with you. The way Japan played that was brilliant. Like, Saudi Arabia had such good positioning, but Japan basically forced them to have to go for the Doom, which then kind of broke their strat a little bit. Built up a Yari ultimate and popped that. That was, wow. This is a good matchup. Both teams are really, really good right now. Holy crap, this is a good game.
And regroup faster. That is the reason why we saw Yubi off of the May onto the Soldier.
This is a good game, chat.
Saudi Arabia to be able to regroup
Holy
as quickly
crap.
as possible because they knew they didn't have ultimates. They knew that Team Japan had a lead in terms of that point percentage as well. They needed to be able to regroup and pick apart a player from Team Japan on the approach so they can not just keep themselves ahead in terms of that point percentage, but also buy themselves the time to be able to build up those ultimates. That
here we go, chat. It's time.
Now, yet again, we are going to see Yubi on that May. Quartz on the Bastion. KSG decides to
so Japan's back on the Sigma comp. They're not running the May. So that means that they're not going to go to like these like corridors. Okay, I see what's happening here. Okay, so here's what Japan's going to do. They're going to take the Brig and they're going to take the Echo and they're going to off-angle them from behind. And they're going to have to try to keep their Sigma up during that time. If they're able to do this right, they're going to flank from both sides and win the team fight.
They just use their Sigma as a bait there, KSG.
Yep.
They eventually have Nico on the flank. Just
that's exactly what they did. It's still a very close team fight, but I think they're going to take it on this first team fight.
Can they find anything more? Yubi on the inside is eventually be tracked down
with the Bastion trade. Basically what they did there with Japan is Japan set up this really like cool play, and we saw them do this yesterday. You take the Brig and the Echo, you go on an off angle. You wait for them to engage on your Sigma. The moment they engage on your Sigma, you throw a lamp, and then you just flank from all directions. And that's what they did yesterday too, but they did that with the Doom strat.
They know that he's going to be safe with the Mortality Field, even if he gets walled away, and it provides both the Echo and the Bastion control of the high.
Great window though by Saudi Arabia there.
Kingdom of Saudi Arabia
that was really well played.
Now, however, the gig is up.
Yeah.
Kingdom of Saudi Arabia know to expect the bait. They don't fall for it. They wait for Team Japan's DPS players to try to pressure, and that's when they pounce.
Every Bastion player just cracked now. They come back, capture that point 33%, and now...
I mean, Bastion's really good right now. All right, Japan does have Bastion ult. Don't be surprised to see Bastion lead in with their Japan to lead in with their Bastion ult right now to force out Lamp, and at the same time going with Echo.
The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia are going to
I could be wrong
because it monopolizes so much of that space.
Wall off the main side where KSG was coming through, gets bashed. Well, as he falls low. Where's the stun? I guess with the rock.
Forced out ice block. They didn't go as planned. Same strat's gonna happen now. They're gonna buy time.
Cooldown no longer available. Artillery strike after that runs out. Is trying to find some kills, but only finds a little bit of damage.
Yep. Great play.
Walks in with the Ant Matrix.
Dude, this is a good matchup.
With the help of
Holy crap, this is a good matchup.
No longer does Saudi Arabia have a tank here. Surmajet able to find one. The rally on the point. UB did drop that Blizzard. However, it doesn't look like they're finding enough kills. The sustain is far too much for Japan here as well.
Woo!
They find the stagger kill on the UB.
I want to see what this Brig sets up. Are they going to set up for a surprise play or just play very defensive? Last time they played defensive, here's the problem. They're going to have to use Sigma ult aggressively here to try to force out beat, or use Sigma ultimate to prevent their beat play. They don't have any other ults. Japan needs to reset ults here. Japan needs to make the first play.
However, if you don't have control of the high ground, Kuki's able to find an open pick.
I mean, Saudi Arabia just go for a fast engage with this Scribbinic Flux waiting to be
there you go.
They
didn't even go for it.
But they're not going to be able to be
they need to go into like delay point mode now.
Saudi Arabia just
delay point as long as you can.
No more tank for Japan now. I mean, they're just going to
probably what, 77% maybe?
Just look to stagger, maybe find a
70%.
Cheeky kill on the outside, looking for Quartz maybe. No, he goes down. So does Nico. And the rest
74?
of Japan.
Okay.
Back to the spawn they go at 74%.
Yeah, Haku knew that he did
not Saudi Arabia didn't have to use an ultimate. Japan saved their ult, but like look at like what the ults are. You see what I'm saying?
He gets to hold on to it to be able to counter the flux coming through from KSG in the entrance of this next fight. Mint's even going to go onto the Mercy now to try and pocket Kuki on the Echo so that they can find a pick without just ignoring any of the ultimate deficit between the two teams.
The USA games later.
Work his magic against Mercy.
They have to use the ult. It's going to force out beat.
Scribbinic Flux by KSG. B dropped the counter from Haku. They also have an Ant Matrix to support them. Do they have the damage to find anybody? Japan actually get us hide around this. This is amazing team play for them.
That was actually really well played by Japan. They forced out a couple of ultimates right there.
Artillery strike available, but Japan
that was actually really well played.
In just a second,
they're going Mercy for a damage boost play here in Echo. That's why they're going Mercy. This is basically like a we can't play off of what our set strategy is for this team fight, so we're gonna go Mercy to help pocket the Echo.
KSG falls so low, but he lives on the inside angle from some support, but the Blizzard here shuts him down for now. Quartz is there with the follow-up.
Wow.
With trade one, but I don't know if anybody
what a first map that was.
Saudi Arabia.
I would not doubt it if this goes to a third map.
Yeah, Team Japan
have a bit of time to decide what composition they want.
Is it cold where they're at?
Until we get to see
I mean, I find that a lot of tournaments crank up the AC.
Last time we got to see this guy on the Roadhog, we were literally moving into Overwatch 2 off of the back of Overwatch 1, and at the very beginning of Junker Queen on release, no, there it is, there we go. I was gonna say, he ran the Roadhog to be able to counter the Junker Queen, given the fact that she has no way of being able to block that hook. Unfortunately, Sigma does have a shield that he's able to put out in front of him, so KSA will mirror Plankton on that matchup.
Saudi Arabian team moving towards that payload. Labda over the top on Baptiste. Actually, I think I have seen him on Baptiste before. He's a pretty good Baptiste in his own right. A lot of these DPS players are, like you mentioned, Moxie. Saudi Arabian team actually moving forward underneath the bridge, given some space here. Meanwhile, UB sticking towards that Symmetra of all picks under the gas station already, just constantly spamming those right clicks, which were, I believe, just recently buffed. Huglout just drops down below. Near the billboard side, Plankton able to find Labda.
All right.
Mihawk as well onto UB,
so it looks like Japan
immediately out of nowhere. Saudi Arabian team get
just go. They just get the stuff. Thank you. Appreciate it.
For the high
Thank you.
angles.
So it seems what
Kuki
Japan wanted to do here was run the Sigma comp, and they're a little bit more confident with Plankton on Sigma because their other comp they run is the Doom comp. So what they recognize is, okay, this was going to run. We're going to run the Sigma comp. So Plankton's probably more of their Sigma player, and that's what we're seeing.
Especially given the fact that UB, like you said,
so now they can play the strategy they want.
Trying to just cross out the mega health pack for Team Japan to try and take advantage of.
Now the Ana, I'm not entirely sure, just because like I don't know how that comp specifically works.
Onto the inside. Oh, aggressive.
Oh, that's unlucky on the Ana grenade.
It's a bit too thick. Hits the wall.
Yep.
Doesn't go through. Nano Boost also still being built. KSA does have control of that objective. Japan realizing the situation.
Good start so far for Japan.
Finds Lapta again early. 2 times in a row now.
Keep in mind, by the way, Japan's on defense right now, in case you're wondering where they're at.
The sleep dart from Mihawk, thinking somebody's going to take that teleport. Quartz, though, does trade back Nico, who found his teammate earlier. The cart's still being pushed, by the way. Mihawk drops the anti-grenade onto Quartz, but is the damage there? Mihawk has the nano boost. Kyuki, huge kill to find. Sermajet able to find Mihawk, but it's after he got the nano
One of the
boost.
easiest ways to know what team somebody's on when you're spectating, if you look up top, it either says stop the payload or escort the payload, depending on who you're watching. Oh, that rock looked like it was good!
But eventually in the
It's okay, there's a healing pylon there, though. Oh, what an ult!
Flux from
Huge!
the likes of Japan catches all of the side of Saudi Arabia. They get wiped once more, and we have a minute and 45 seconds left on the clock.
Great play from Cloud as well. He's actually able to use his pylon
and Japan now
to negate all of that damage.
Keep in mind, by the way, that Sigma
KSA's
ultimate
Sigma
was an
as a
Echo
result,
Sigma
the
ultimate.
Amari
That wasn't even
stays
Sigma ult, who now has Sigma
standing.
ult.
Team Japan still have both of their supports online. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia coming in with an overclock. We'll have the symmetrical wall to be able to block out some of this poke from both the Echo and the Sojourn on the other side, and they drop it immediately on the engagement.
There's that wall. Plankton waiting to use that Gravitic Flux. Now he goes for it. Around the shield, making sure no stun can come through. Quartz able to find Mihawk, though. Goes solo, does have the double.
What does Japan have coming up? I think Japan might lose this team fight. I think they got good map control now. That was still a really good... Wait. Yeah, that was a really good first point, though.
So much. Yuki's able to find one.
That was a really good first
you
point.
can't do much there. When Quartz is hitting the shots, he is. Saudi Arabia
Holy
will
crap.
capture point A and look for stagger kills on Japan.
Oh, yep, that's gonna be a stagger onto your Alari. That's really unfortunate. Team Japan now going to be lacking that ultimate that they wanted to be able to force.
What does Japan have coming out now? They have Sojourn, they have Yari ultimate. This is going to be pretty important here. If Japan's able to retake this second point right now, they're going to be fine. If they lose this first team fight, I can see Saudi Arabia getting through second point that easily.
Setting up Quartz, making sure he is in position to succeed. Plankton walks out. Takes a little bit of pressure. Nico goes forward. Nice captive song from Q-Loud just to shut down Quartz. Also, Sherman Jet gets hit. Has the immortality field. So even
okay, there's a healing pylon there. It's easy.
We'll stay alive.
I want to say that Japan has this.
Too, so Saudi Arabia actually dealing with the ultimates of Japan relatively well. Oh my god, overclock by Nico. Can he even find the kill on the loadout? He is. Eventually, Labda will go down. Overclock is too much to deal for that Baptiste player, but Nico going aggressive.
Who wins this?
In the UB's beam.
I think Japan has this.
Able to get one also on the
it's like a death match. There's constantly stuff happening.
Gets the damage into Plankton. Also has Surma Jet.
Oh, it's a pause.
Going back in now. And you see Japan, at least for Japan's side, they need to really get a hold here. Look at Kyuki. Yeah, he's hiding. He's hiding. He's stopping the card, actually, so they should know he's there. Now he has to back up because he's checked. With the likes of Saudi Arabia, Quartz over the high ground as well, just checking on the inside. Plankton has to come back all the way from spawn still. Allowing Saudi Arabia to kind of get this war momentum. Nades committed onto Surma Jet. Can't get the kill on him either. Has the heals over the top, though, so he's not punished. Perfect positioning from the likes of Kyuki. Also very close to an ultimate. Nano boost available for Japan. Goes for it on the Echo.
That was such a good play, too. On that flank play? Oh, that's... Wow. Holy crap.
Kyuki's there with the follow-up in the Nano boost. Quartz still able to get one. Does he have enough team help here?
But then the healing pylon prevented the limb.
But there's too many shields in his face at the moment. Labs actually pops
oh, no.
the Kyuki gets taken out of the copy, and Quartz gets the shot.
Oh, wait.
KSA's putting this cart into the objective. Now they have 2 minutes
and
45 seconds in the last phase.
That was still an okay second point for Japan, in my opinion.
That star power that we know and love from EMEA.
Like, that was still pretty good in my opinion, like of a point.
Fire at the moment with the Sojourn.
And I'm not eating now, chat, so we're good to go, all right?
With the amplification matrix, as KSA
we're good to go.
is able to pick up that point and take us to point C. Yubi again has that symmetrical wall to make this engagement a little bit safer from all of the poke contest coming through from Team Japan is Cloud. Unfortunately, not going to be able to save Kuki from the Sojourn.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about
keep watching.
Quartz. Nice shot from him. Now the cart's still pushing forward, entering last fight territory for likes of Saudi Arabia. Overclock also available, and the shield as captive sun's got to be huge for Q-Loud if Japan wants a chance. They drop the shield first, though. Saudi Arabia into the overclock. Captive sun to the sky. Actually looks for the Sojourn.
Here's what's going to happen. This is a really good fight. for Saudi Arabia. If Japan can come back with a decent Sigma ultimate, they might be able to turn the fight.
It's the damage through. Nico's able to take.
I actually kind of like the position Japan has. I think they can survive up there, and Saudi Arabia can't really over-push the high ground because they're down one. Don't be surprised to see a soft reset. Wait, now they're going to go back in. They're going to nano the Echo in, though.
For Japan. Nano's still available. They use it on QK. Goes into the sky. Needs to find a kill.
Gets the lamp out at least. They do trade. I mean, they do lose their Sigma, though. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough.
Suns find Q out. Quartz finds Mihawk. Nigo comes in to do nothing at this point. In Saudi Arabia, capture out with a minute and 11 seconds.
I wouldn't doubt it if Japan goes back now.
Arabia just forcing Team Japan.
I wouldn't doubt if they go back now. I think they have to.
With that nano boosted echo, cooldowns, and also for Yubi to be able to teleport.
Listen, I've had some headsets. I'll be honest with you, Chan, and those cords get tangled.
Team Japan,
ever since I got this cord,
the rest
it doesn't
of them
tangle
a little
on
bit more freedom of movement.
It's like one of those like
it looks like Kingdom of Saudi
1995 telephone cords.
They don't have the Lucio if they want to be able to out-rotate this echo and the potential flanks coming through from Clyde on the Alari and Nico on the Sojourn. They need the teleport
DT 990s Pros,
to get themselves safely and quickly around the map.
Pan setting Plankton up towards the upper cave side. Oh my god, Nico gets chunked as soon as peeking the corner. A Symmetra right click doing a ton of work.
I like it.
Well, they try to push that payload. 30 seconds already off the clock.
You said people don't even know what a telephone cord is.
Building
the worst thing is you're not wrong.
That poke. Thermojet and Quartz on the left flank. Just against Q-Loud. Qki comes through to try to help his support player, but a lot of that health pool is lost. Nico, though, comes through from the main side.
No, first of all, we don't have... Listen.
But showing that professional...
Some people still have, like, telephones with cords and stuff. Or telephones in their house, right?
As well, so nice 2K from QT.
You know?
Now it's just stagger cleanup here. I mean, they've already gotten the cart push. QT finds 3. Could he find every single kill here? Potentially, he does. That's 4 for him in that fight, and Japan looked awesome on that engage.
Yeah, and fast as well. That's huge because both of these compositions are trying to out-poke each other to find those first picks. Whoever loses the fight, especially the attacking team, is going to be so much out of time in comparison. And because they're able to find those picks and the
also, great start for Japan. Sorry, we went on a little bit of talk about telephones there. Great start for Japan.
They wanted to try and
they stuck with the comp. They are sticking with what works for them. They're going to nano the Echo very soon. Oh, that's a huge pick. They're going to nano the Echo and they want to keep this snowball going. They have to, like, second point, you can get, like...
The point was captured. 4 minutes and 40
you can get stopped here really quickly.
Team Saudi Arabia got some ultimates for this one, Mox.
They've got high ground as well. We saw how important having that high ground can be for the Sojourn to be able to control the tempo of the defending team's engagements. Because Kingdom of Saudi Arabia have been able to claim it,
here we go.
They are trying now to keep Nico in check.
Oh, TP.
Wait.
Right click, but Yuki.
Good trade though. Let me see what they have. Do they have nano still?
Went for that kill.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, they nano the Echo. They nano the Echo.
1 for 1. Yuki on the outside as well. Does have
I
the
think
copy,
they might
so
like not soft reset.
Immediately do it. Stop it. Now
we got double Yari pylons. Just use both pylons.
As well, but does have a lot of healing on the inside.
Oh no!
Goes low, but oh my!
I mean, they traded again.
Took out Cloud, and then eventually got the copy as well. Quartz after out of the copy, QT came. They were able to get that kill. Labbed as well onto Nico, and yeah, this is gonna be a wipe now for the likes of
what do
Japan
they have?
And Saudi Arabia have a good hold here off of double support ultimate.
Let me see.
Yeah, full reset coming through from Team Japan.
Japan has.
Ultimate charge.
I mean, it's gonna be pretty even on ult here in a second. But I feel like that the sim wall makes this really difficult to get the exact play that you're hoping for. So like, even though they're about to be even on ultimates, I just don't know if it's gonna be good enough to be able to win the team fight, especially with that sim wall. And I could be wrong on that one. It's just sim wall can really make it difficult to make a play. They might want to force out sim wall first and then be able to use their ult. We'll see though.
Yeah. He's been spotted out, but he's still an absolute thorn in the side of Team Japan because there's so much time that they're spending.
You know what? They're gonna wall now. Right when they land. Yeah. I was gonna say.
Above the building, connects onto everybody.
See, so they were waiting on the counter, but this is what I mean. Like this is kind of like
the pylon rather. KSA able to find Nico 2. Serbajet over the top, able to get 2 with the.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you.
A lot of.
That was like a best case scenario for Japan outside of winning the team fight. They used Sigma ultimate and got out 3 ultimates.
Really smart stuff coming through from Yubi, using that Symmetra wall to keep everyone
they popped one ultimate and they used 3.
Comes through. It also means as
one
well
ultimate,
that
use 3.
pylon is not immediately chunked down by Kuki on the Echo, who's been trying to send as many stickies as possible to take that pylon onto cooldown as much as he possibly can. Because look, Quartz gets to play super aggressively because
Japan's gonna lead in with Soldier Ult right now. Actually, they're gonna go for both.
In his health bar, the pylon immediately heals him back up, and he gets so much more space in comparison to Nico.
Oh my gosh, he just ran onto Nico on the inside there too. Labda does get his lamp off to avoid the fall.
You know what it seems like?
The captive sun.
And this is what their strategy is. Every time the team engages them,
at the moment, this could be rough.
If they make a play, they just TP out. Remember how I said that, like, if they didn't snowball second, you could get held here quite a bit? That's what you're seeing.
He's able to get one, gets the copy too, so he's going a little bit crazy at the moment. Does get taken out of the copy by Quartz and killed, so Kuki is able to find Quartz finally.
I will say this though, Japan needs to clear them out high ground. If Japan lets them sit there and they let them get that map control again, they're gonna run into an issue where like they just won't be able to do anything.
To give on to Kuki so that the Echo can try and jump onto someone, but Plankton's falling incredibly low. Kuki has to be able to pull this flank off, and he's not able to beat that immortality field.
Oh my god.
It's so close!
Nico's able to find one. Surma dead with Captive Sun does get Mihawk, and also UB finds Kuki. Bart is being pushed, but a minute left so far.
Saudi Arabia has a huge ultimate advantage coming up right now. Like at this point, like Japan almost needs to do another dry fight right now to like force out their ultimates. The problem is that Saudi Arabia is winning a lot of these team fights even before they make like, how do I explain it? Like even before they have to use their ultimates, they make a play so that like, they don't have to use an ultimate.
47 seconds left.
So like, you see what I mean? Like Baptist got a limb on Echo, they don't have to use an ultimate at that point. They can just keep stacking their ults, and that's why now they're gonna have to use an ultimate. They have the counter.
That's one. Nico also gets a connection onto Labda or onto Surma Jet. Into the sky with his captive Sun. Cloud goes, but Quartz finds him in the sky even without using his overclock. But he's the last one here for Team Saudi Arabia as he just tries to live on the outside.
That was a good play by Japan.
He will find him.
I wouldn't doubt it if Saudi Arabia tries to retake this with a Sigma ultimate. They'll TP to point somewhere, and then they'll do a Sigma ultimate like later on so we can TP out if need be.
Into that gravitic flux to stop them from trying to
the sim end of the TP in.
Kingdom Saudi Arabia can fake out this position and jump onto the back line.
There's the Sigma ultimate.
Use it to connect onto Nico.
Now they're
Nico goes down, but Kuki does
they
find
do have
one.
this all this if they get this thing. Oh!
Here he goes.
Yeah.
Kuki dead. Plankton.
That was a really good retake. I mean, you know, this match though was still very, very close. Both maps were close.
No anime powers today.
Like, this is going to be a very interesting group now because, like, I still feel like Japan is playing well, but obviously Saudi Arabia has a really good team and won that game.